mucking about. I have installed a new LAN cable through the wall, up through the house, back under the house, back to the router, and then up through the wall again, and managed to do squat diddly. It didn't help at all. I had a faster, you know, it was basically faster, but it wound up being dangerous where the Wi-Fi unit was and everything, just based on the way the house is laid out. So I decided to scrap that. Anyway, today I'm going to get on with a tutorial that I've been meaning to do for a long time, and this is going to go right from the beginning. You know, it's just punching grass and that sort of thing. So, but first I'll run through some of the different ways you can play. At first, you can see here you got your continue game, join game, new game options, and TTG, that stands for Telltale Games account, and credits. I think the last two we'll just skip. They're pretty self-explanatory if you don't understand those two. Yeah, there's a problem. Anyway, let's go through some options here. Lots of people like to turn their gamma up. You know, you can play this game without using lights and torches and all that by increasing your gamma. Obviously it makes certain colours look a bit weird, and it's very bright when you replay this on YouTube or anything like that, but it still works really well for people that just can't find a mining helmet or just can't basically see what's going on in this game. UI, that's user interface, background opacity. So stuff in the background, that's to do with your user interface. That's how opaque it is, surprisingly, but it's explained there in the words that it uses. So you can turn it up to make them less transparent, or turn it down to make it more transparent, you know, as in opposed to opaque. Anyway, that's for your foreground opacity, which would be your menu when it pops up, that sort of thing. Motion blur, you've got 3 settings, well 4, which will alter the way and speed in which you turn, that sort of thing. So I've usually got it set to high quality, and I'm not sure why that is. Maybe because it was a bit of a stop sort of effect going on, so I didn't want to have that. Display distant terrain. Now this is a good one to use because it displays the distant terrain. Ooh, another surprising situation we've gotten ourselves into here. But basically what it will allow you to do is see mountains in the background, stuff like that. You can see the roads and cities from a long distance away, and the intersections of biomes. So it's a very useful tool. That button will set everything back to default. Okay, audio. Self-explanatory. Sounds, you know, overall sound volume is all the noises you're going to hear. Ambient sound volume are things like footsteps, creaks in the floor, and just random biome sounds, like, you know, in the wasteland you'll hear the occasional dog barking, and then in the green zone you'll hear, you know, trees rustling, that sort of thing, and in the swamps you'll hear crickets and frogs and sounds of water. So that alters that. And music volume, of course, I have it turned right down because I've played this for nearly 300 hours, and it's as if the sound of the music is ingrained into your psyche, and I'd rather not have that. It's easy enough to get a song stuck in your head, let alone an entire album of a horror game. Okay, controls. This is where you can check and adjust most of the controls of the game. I'll often have that off, actually. I don't know why that's on. Yeah, no, I've left it on. It just saves battery. Control layout and menu, blah blah blah, and game. So this is telling you what the controls are while you're in the game, and then while you're in the menu. Pretty straightforward, isn't it? I always take the time to go through the options and the menus just to see what it can do. You know, there's nothing holding you back, and it's people that don't do this that jump on Facebook or in the communities and asking questions that they could have easily answered themselves had they taken the time to read it. So if you don't know how to read, I'm sorry, this game's not for you. There, like a whole lot of things in the world, are not for you if you're not very good at reading. So sorry, dyslexic people and all that. Wish I could help you. Right, so you've got join game. Let's run through that one. You can just hit that button and it will join you into a random game. A new game obviously starts a new game, and that's probably what you'll see first if I don't already have save games and this is your first time running through, because continue game wouldn't be there because you haven't even started a game. But today I'm going to choose new game. I'm going to go with Miguel because he seems to run faster than most other people and, well, most other characters. What I didn't go through on that other page was character select. That's where you can alternatively select your character from without having to start a new game. I didn't go into that, did I? Okay, local game. Now this used to say single game, which is great. I'm glad they changed it to local game in one of their recent updates, because it now lists that you can play cooperatively. And when I first played it and under single player, I had no idea that's where I was going to find two, cooperative play. It didn't occur to me that you could play with two people in single player. Just the wording, I suppose. Local game would have said, oh yeah, sweet, I can play two players and stuff like that. Survival multiplayer. Okay, here is where you can select from a range of different types of game setups, from your classic zombies where they're going to be walking constantly, right up to just insane zombies that they're always running and they can sense you through walls and all sorts of stuff like that. The difference between the survival multiplayer, survival multiplayer, creative multiplayer, and private game are the fact that anybody can join a survival multiplayer or creative multiplayer, whether or not you allow them to. So you don't have to invite them. They can randomly join your game through the join game menu function that we were just talking about earlier. But you can also invite people to those. It doesn't lock you out from inviting. It just stops it from being a private game where you have complete control over who joins and so forth. So today I'm going to go with a private game just to show you some of the things that you can alter and modify in this game to make it easier or harder depending on your skill level and what you currently want to do in the game. So today I'm going to run with random gen because I'm bored of Neversgain. Lots of people play with Neversgain, and that with random gen you can punch in a seed name, which is actually your save game name, and get a multitude of different maps just generated from the code that you put in. So here I'm going to look at the private game options. Now we should come up with 2, 3, yeah. We've basically got three things that we can alter to change the difficulty of the game in this. We have rule sets. These are the same as in as when you play a multiplayer or a creative game, and you can set up these different types of gameplays, and it's all already preset. It's what those guys at the Fun Pimps and Telltale Games have thought were the best setups, and you get a chance to do all that without having to actually look at the modded settings. So it's a quick way to get the type of game you want, and as you can see, it'll tell you, how difficult it is. That's pretty easy, but the zombies always run, so it's like 28 days later. Now you've got classic zombies, the difficulty's easy. Zombies never run, so it's more like The Walking Dead. And feral, this one, yeah, they can just sense you through anything. Difficulty's still the same, so they're not like bullet sponges and just wasting all your ammo. So that's, there's all these different ones. Nightmare, yeah. Insane, always run. Feral, which is, that is the epitome of highest difficulty for this game. And once you know, if you're starting off, that is going to be difficult. That is going to be really difficult. So I'd avoid that. But if you've played this a few times, or even if you're in a game that you've been playing on for 100 or so hours, 200 hours, and you're near the end game where you've collected all the things that you could get in the game, you know all the schematics, you're closing in on the level 200 maximum, your maximum level cap, then a mode like Nightmare, you know, switching on it to Insane and always run with Feral is just going to be just right for your abilities by the end of the game. I'm not going to use any of these because I would like to take you through some of the standard and modded options. Okay, difficulty settings, you can see here they range from 1 to 6, Scavenger to Insane, and you know, basically what these change is the amount of damage that the zombies do to you and the amount of damage you do to the zombies. So as you turn it closer to Insane, you do less damage, they do more damage. As you turn it back to Scavenger, you do more damage and they do less damage. So pick one that suits your your style. I'm just going to run right in the middle with Nomad, just to show you, just to start off. Okay, zombies run. I'm going to put it on default so they will during the day and run at night. Enemy aggression normal and daylight length. Okay, a daylight length of 18 hours will have the sun go down at 10 o'clock at night and then rise again at 4 AM in the morning. So that would account for, there's 24 hours in the day, you get 6 hours of nighttime. Now what that's going to do is the more daylight you have, the easier the game is going to be to play. Because if they run at night, they're going to be running more often if you shorten the days. And you can take these right back to 12 hours a day, so you're living in fucking Antarctica or some shit. But the usual amount of light in a day is actually 16 hours. So let's just do that, because some will often go down here, depending on daylight savings, go down here at 8 and then come up at 6, 5:30, something like that. So I'll run that daylight length 16. So we'll have longer nights, we'll have to survive a lot harder during, it's still easy though. You could crank it up to 12 and have half the day of them running after you. You'd really get good at killing running zombies, but for this purpose I'm just going to choose the actual amount of daylight that I would expect to find in, where are we, in America, in the desert, in the fucking desert. Okay, so done that. Modded options. Now these are going to be a lot more to go through. Okay, drop on death. Okay, so when you die, this is the stuff you drop. It's usually set to default, which is everything. Okay, so you drop your tool belt and your backpack. If you are scavenging, you'll probably want to set it to tool belt only, because everything in your backpack, will get dropped as well if you die, and it'll be somewhere out in the wastelands. You probably didn't put down a bedroll because you weren't thinking things through. You were just having fun and playing the game as you do. So tool belt's a good one if you want to keep all the stuff in your backpack and making quick zaps home to drop all this stuff off, and then you travel back and you pick up your tool belt out where you were and continue your scavenging run. Obviously, a backpack is the opposite way around. If you're playing something like PvP, when you get shot, you don't want your enemy to be picking up your best guns and your best melee weapons, that sort of thing. So you'd want to switch to backpack only. Now there's not, delete all is probably the best PvP version of it. You just fucking lose everything. That's it. Game over. You've got fucking nothing. Start again, motherfucker. So for this purpose, I'm going to drop my tool belt only because it's the least amount of things to drop. So makes sense. Because technically, I'd usually play this game as if I only get one death which completely ruins my entire game because I already died once in my fucking mines. Oh fuck, I hate those mines. Anyway, so drop on quit. This actually relates to, I don't know whether it goes across to the host, but I'd say it's definitely for the other parties involved when you're playing a multiplayer game. And this is the sort of thing that you'd want to have turned on to drop nothing, backpack, delete all. I'd want to have it set to something like everything, drop everything. But yeah, so if your multiplayer friends have joined the game and they quit, they'll drop their backpack only. I've set it to nothing because most of the friends I've vetted out and they seem like good people to play with, so that's one thing you should try doing in your spare time when you're not playing is catching up with a few people that do play this game. Next one, enemy memory. This is how long, in real seconds, that a zombie will pursue something it has sensed in the world. So basically 30 seconds. If they're only following you for 30 seconds, you can usually get away. You can dodge behind a building and then walk in a different direction, so they're still going that way and then you divert. So if you want to make it harder on yourself, crank that baby up to 90 seconds. A minute and a half of them following you in the same direction is going to be pretty nasty, especially if you decide to only head in one direction. Don't do that, that's a dumb idea. Because they'll follow you the whole freaking way if they catch up with you again, turn around and there they are. I think the default for that was 45, was it 45 or 60 seconds? Enemy spawning high. I've set it to high, it just adds a few more zombies. Whenever you enter a low chunk and they start spawning up beyond the range of vision, which usually it is, but often I've seen them just pop up out of the ground as if they were just sitting there doing fuck all. As if they were teleported there by some sort of Star Trek technology. But in this one I'll just set it to medium. I'm just going to go run down the middle with all this stuff just to make it easy on myself so I can actually talk and shit. Block durability. This applies to all the blocks in the game. So everything from some grass right through to the hardest things like polished steel. So the more you increase it, the harder that stuff. That's going to be twice as hard as normal. So something that's like, let's take concrete for instance. That's got a hit point damage of about 3,000. If we switch it up to 200, that's going to have a standard hit point value of 6,000. Basic maths. And 50, that's going to be half of 3,000. So 1,500 instead of 3,000. It will still, I think it still reads as 3,000. Yet technically you do higher damage, you get twice as much damage to blocks. So block durability 50 would give it 1,500 and 25 would give it 750. So what can you use block durability for? Okay, you can use 200 for PvP once you're already set up to give them no fucking chance of getting a whole slew of resources together and pounding your base to death. So 200 is the setting you want for PvP. 100 is the setting you want to use in a local game, just because it's sort of the balance between the two. If because not only do you do better damage to blocks when it's set to 25 and 50, so do the zombies. So sure, you can make concrete easier and make lots of wood frames and stuff easier because you can chop down wood and mine rocks faster, but they don't have as much hit point damage and the zombies can pretty much peel through them like they're paper mache. So that one's 100 for now. That's just where we're at. Loot respawn time. This is usually set to 30. So 30 days, in-game days, for the loot to respawn. So you're not going to see the stuff respawning in any area for 30 days. And you can go right up to nearly 2 months there. Right, but if you want a short game with a lot of loot, 5 days your thing. Alright, and then as you slide closer to 60 days, this is more once you've completed most everything in the game and you just want to loot and loot and loot and look around for everything, set it to 50 so that you know when you go into a building there's nothing in there, you've been there, right? You know, you don't have to go through and loot it again. In this case, I'm just going to set it to, let's say, 10 days. Loot abundance. This is how many items of the type of items that are usually dropped into any type of container. You know, that's, what's a good way to put it? Say we pick up 10 feathers. Yeah, 10 feathers in a bird's nest with a loot abundance setting of 100. You know, if we had set it to 150, you would have got 15 feathers. You know, so it's 1.5 times and 2 times the amount of loot that you usually get. You know, changing loot abundance really changes your difficulty. Okay, so if there's bugger all loot that you can get out of stuff, you're going to really rely on resource management, ammo, you know, restricting ammo, restricting eating. You're going to have to be waiting until you're almost starving to actually eat and stuff like that. I'm not sure whether it affects things like the amount of animals that spawn within the map, which it seems to me are finite. So once you load up a map, say it's got 100 animals on it, once you kill those 100 animals, I don't know what happens. I haven't done that part yet. I haven't killed all the animals on my map yet. And my map's pretty damn big, so I'm not sure what happens. But I could imagine that the way they haven't been respawning the entire time I've played this game, that's a finite resource. Meat is a finite resource and it will run out. Airdrops. This is how often supplies are airdropped in game hours. So, you know, once a day they'll drop a thing, and you can change that to 3 days, or what's that, 1.5 weeks, 168 days. Shit. Is it in game hours? Oh yeah, 168 hours. Yeah, what am I thinking? Anyway, it's like 6 or 7 days. Oh, that'll probably be 7 days, wouldn't it? Yeah, probably would be. Oh, there's not 168 hours in a week, there's 128. So yeah, it's like a week and a half. Anyway, 24-hour cycle. Now this applies to how long the days are in relationship to real time. So at the moment I've had it set to 2 hours because this is likely the easiest setting. The longer you have to collect resources, the more time you have to prepare for Horde Night. Okay, so if you want a really on your toes Horde Night, you'll want to set it to 10 minutes. So it's sort of like Minecraft length days. Really, mind you, that's 16 minutes for Minecraft. I think it's 8 minutes a day, so it'd be more like 20 minutes. So technically you'd be on Horde Night in an hour and 40 minutes, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hour and 40 out of 60, 180 minutes. So in 3 hours. 1, 2, no, that's wrong, eh? 60 and 60, it's 120. And then, yeah. Right. Mark airdrops. Okay, so the airdrops will show up when they've been dropped by the airplane on your map. The tricky thing about this is that when you exit the game, when you quit, any airdrops that you didn't collect will disappear from your map. They won't disappear from where they landed. They'll still be there, but effectively the icon will disappear until you re-unlock it. So that points at one solution that I came up with, that everybody's probably come up with, which is to mark the airdrops. If you're not going to get them today, mark them as soon as they're dropped. See where they are, put an X on it, X marks the fucking spot, and then don't worry about it. Wait until there's like 5 of them in that same area and empty all your shit out, take your mini bike and go pick them all up at once. Fucking save yourself some time and effort, not just running out, oh, I'm just got to get some clay, oh, an airdrop, oh, I'm going to run over there, and yeah, now you don't have enough clay for Horde Night or whatever the fuck you were doing. So, time saving, time management, resource management, all these things come into this game. This is probably why I like it so much. Anyway, I've got marked airdrops on so I can see them where they drop. Unowned mini bike icons. Okay, so when it's on, as it is now, mini bikes that have not been claimed by a player through use of a padlock will be visible to all players on the map. Okay, so everybody can see your fucking bike. So you need a padlock to hide your bike in that mode. But of course, first 7 days, very difficult to get a mini bike in that first week. Not impossible. You could get it. If that was your one focus, you could do it. You just have to have the luck of picking up the mini bike book, finding a wrench and probably more like 3 or 4 wrenches and a hammer, and then making a forge and tool workbench and that sort of stuff, and then you can make the mini bike. So it is possible within that first week. I've never done it, but I know people that have, and it's actually not that difficult. You just got to be a lucky bastard. Okay, cheat mode. This is all set if you can access the creative menu. So it turns basically a private game, which is optional multiplayer, into a creative game with optional multiplayer. Now, we're not going to use this time because basically we want to play it. I would like to play it through properly so that I can show you a tutorial, not having access to all this extra stuff so I can make it easy on myself. I just want to do it vanilla, as they say. So cheat mode cam right now. Cool. Multiplayer. This is where shit gets pretty interesting and complicated. Friendly fire, you want to switch that off if you don't want to blow your friend's head off by accident. You can fill them full of 44 slugs and they won't give a damn. However, if you blow up a rocket launcher next to them, or say an exploding crossbow bolt, you're going to wind up with a dead friend and somebody's going to be laughing. Probably you. Unless you're the one who's dead, then they'll be laughing. Yeah. So at the moment I've set it to off so I can't kill my mates by accident, because it's actually really easy to kill people in this. It's probably easier than killing zombies. Claim size. Okay, now, do I really need to read all this for you, or shall I leave that up to you? Just answer at any time. I'm here for you to answer your crazy questions in the ways purported by my description, which are with honesty, uncommon wit, or if you happen to piss me off, a savage disregard for human frailty. So at the end of the day, claim size. A land claim grants a hardness modifier to blocks in your claim area. Now, your claim area is the area around your land claim block. If you don't place your land claim block down, the claim size does not matter. Okay. Now, what a land claim block does is only allows you and your allies to build within that claim size. So I've set it at 31, and let's look into this a bit further. You can control the size of the horizontal area that is protected by a land claim flagstone, and all land claims protect their area vertically from sky to bedrock. So it's basically just saying 31 blocks. Okay, for example, a land claim size of 7 would protect a 7 by 7 square area from sky to bedrock. So claim size 31 is basically a 31 by 31 area from sky to bedrock. That is all yours. Anything within that will be able to be modified by things in this menu. So, claim dead zone. Where your land ends and another person's land begins, this is the dead zone. This is where you can't place any blocks closer than this number of blocks from the edge of an enemy player's land claim block. So not only do you have your 31 block claim size, they still can't place blocks for another 10 blocks. Now I've just set these to max just to be a dick. Okay, so fuck PvP, fuck all you cunts. Go play Call of Duty or Fortnite, you fucking weird people. Anyway, claim decay. Now this is this is how fast the hardness modifier decays over time. Because once you put down a land claim block, it starts to lose its ability to claim your land. And it's usually set to slow, or I think it's usually set to slow. I set it to none so that it would last forever. I wouldn't have to keep replacing them and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, depending on your play style, if you want to play PvP and stuff, that would just be too OP. You know, you'd probably want to set it to fast, so you're constantly having to upgrade. You constantly have to go out there and get more iron and stuff like that and build more of these things. But in this case, it's not really going to matter. I'm not inviting anybody to this one. Nobody's going to come around and say, hey, I want to play, so that's cool. Claim health online. So when you're online, this is how much it modifies that hardness of those blocks. So say you've got a block with one, it's going to harden it by 256. Whether it's times 256 or an additional 256, I'm not sure. I don't even know if it's 25.6 fucking percent, you know, because it goes right down to, you know, to 4. I think it's like set to 4 at the start. You know, when you're online, it's 4 times multiply. I set it right to the maximum because either way, you don't go fucking with somebody's base. That's why I set it this way. It's going to take them ages to jump into a game like this and blow your shit up with a rocket launcher. It usually does take a long time anyway, because a rocket launcher is pretty shit at blowing stuff up. In this game, in real life, one rocket would do pretty well at busting a hole in the side of a building. But yeah, this game doesn't seem to have its explosive damage settings just in the right place. You know, it's an indie game. It's got a lot of development to go through before it can even, you know, become the game it was born to be. So when you're offline, the same thing. You know, it's just going to increase the hardness of all the blocks within your land claim area. So now that we've gone through all that, I think I can actually start the game. Sweet Jesus. Now, I've got to name the damn thing. This is where you get to choose what the hell you're going to call your seed. Okay, now the seed is similar to like when you plant a tree or some strawberries. You put a seed in the ground and it grows. So that's what you're putting in here. You're putting in the seed name. This is just like Minecraft. You know, it's got the same basic engines as Minecraft. The physics of the way the blocks are put together, same basic engine. It's just upgraded slightly so that you've got a bit better graphics, you've got a bit more options, you've got a few more things. You know, it's a little more adult. Even though I think here in New Zealand it has a R13, so you know that's probably where I should be aiming my swear words at in this game, but yeah, I'd rather not. Anyway, I'm just going to punch in a random seed here, which is going to be, random seed. Let's put that. This is probably 100 people have put this one already. Okay. So while that's all loading up. Hey, how's it going? Hola. How are you today? Geez, I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Is that Spanish? But thanks for watching anyway. I'm just about to do a little run through on how we go about starting this game. You know, this is how I do it, how I live out my first 7 days in it. Even though it's really going to be probably a 14-hour long bloody taping. Not in one day though. I'll just do a day at a time. And just run through everything I do from day 1 to day 7 to try and survive that first horde. I know I had trouble the first time I was playing this because, you know, you've got to think environmental factors. You know, if you're in the desert, it's going to be hot. If you're in the snow biome, it's going to be freezing. So you first got to look at that. That's probably the thing I focus on immediately in the game is clothing, followed by shelter and food that whole time. You know, I'm looking for food, I'm scavenging for it, and I'm looking to shoot some animals at every opportunity. You know, but because you've got a few hours, you know, well, a few hours in game, you've got a few hours to get hungry at the very start of the game. I put clothing in front of hunger because basically the environment exposure will kill you faster than hunger will every day of the fucking week. Oh look, there's one right there. There's a deer right there. Okay, so first thing first, I do these silly quests. Now my blinging face is in the wrong place. I can't move out of the way. I could probably make it more transparent, but up there it's telling me to make a bedroll. So I'm going to make a bedroll, but first punching some grass. Just punch all this grass here. Damn, it's dark today. I might have changed my gamma settings while I was in there. Now when it hits 20 out of 20 or whatever, however many I need, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. These are brilliant. This is wood. One hit, you get 3. Okay, so never mind these ones, which are 15 hits, you get 12. You know, that doesn't work out. That doesn't work out in maths, okay? 1 hit for 3. If you hit 15 of those, 3 times 15, yay, you got 45. So it's much better to go about hitting these grass-looking pieces of wood. There is a second type. I'll show you that as soon as I come across one. And I'm just lucky I've started in the green zone. Look, here's one again. Smash that. And every rock I see, I'm picking up. So this is my first mission. Punch some grass. Look for those little sticks and bushes that give me wood and punch those and pick up every rock I see. Right. I'm also doing the bird's nest because in the start of the game the bow is the best weapon. I just can't repeat that many more times than I already have, but the bow is the best weapon at the start of the game, especially if you're playing multiplayer online, because if you've got a little lag, these zombies are going to smack you in the head and you are going to wind up on your back foot the whole start of the first day, and you don't really want that. So now I've got more than enough. You know, I've got 126, that's more than enough. What I'm going to do is do that. The reason I got the rest of it is because the next quest is actually to make some clothes. So while that's cooking, let's get over here, punch some more wood. I want to find that other stick, that one, that blingin'. It just looks like a stick basically. Give me the rock. Give me the rock. Yeah. I don't want chrysanthemums, but I do want cotton. Cotton will lead you to getting some of the first armor that you can get in this game, which is cloth armor. And I would suggest getting armor at the earliest stage possible. If you run into a dog, the only thing that's going to save you from going down in 3 bites is going to be your armor. So it's worth it. You'll find cotton and a whole lot of other plants in these. You know, you'll find cotton, snowberries, and goldenrod and chrysanthemums in high concentrations around clay. So on the floor here is that's clay where they're walking on over here. We come over here, we're on dirt. It's slightly different texture and very difficult to see under this lighting because I'm standing in the shadow of this hill. But for now, I'm just going to pick all these up and put down my bedroll. Doesn't really matter where I put this down the first time, I'm just doing it for the quest. Okay, so put it down, pick her back up. I'm going to use her later. Whenever you're in your menu, remember to crouch so you're undetected. And if you're paying attention, you'll notice it light up just as somebody's sensing you, just as some zombie is sensing you. Now I'm going to move all the food out of here. I'm going to move that food. I'm going to keep my water in case I need to run because it's going to increase my stamina. I'm going to keep my torch in case it gets dark or I have to go into a dark area. But the rest of it, I'm going to put in there. Because remember, I'm going to drop my tool belt only if I die. You know, but I actually do want access to this stuff at all times. During that first day. By day 2, not so important. It's going to wind up in my inventory. So, I've done that first one. The next one is to make a stone axe. Now, as you would have noticed, I've already picked up enough stone and mined enough wood to build myself a stone axe, but I haven't quite done it yet. Because there's a few more little things that I'd like to do, which is just pick up the rest of this cotton. I go to the extreme in the way that if I find a patch of clay here with cotton on it, I'll just pick the whole bones clean on there. Because why not? You're in one place, it's saving you time, you're already here. Okay, so let's go back and make us a stone axe, or 2. However many I can make. That was 2's the max I could make, eh? Sweet. I'll equip those as soon as they're there. And now it's kind of the boring part where I get to smash some rocks. Now I'm going to use this entire first stone axe on rock and then half of the second one on rock, then the rest of it on wood. Okay, I'm going to chop down a couple of trees. This is just, you know, the quickest way I've found to get through this first bunch of stuff. And you'll notice as I'm hitting it, my stamina is decreasing. So you've got to watch your stamina. I would say on the first day, just as a survival precaution, don't let it go below 50. When you hit 50, you know, that's your ability to run away. You know, if you haven't got stamina, you can't run. So, I've done that, blah blah. Now it's telling me to make some clothes. Let's make some gloves. Let's make that. I'm just using the up button and the craft, you know, there's a little hammer saying craft and the up button there, that one, because it's much quicker. You'll notice there's a lot of quick shortcuts, basically. There's a lot of shortcuts to making stuff and favoriting things and scrapping stuff and repairing stuff. Just be very aware that in this game, scrap and repair isn't always the same button. Like, this is just something I think they threw in just to get you. Like, we fucked with you. Anyway, so yeah, see there it comes up where scrap drop now. So I'm just going through and I'm wearing what I can. Okay, great, excellent. The next one on the list is going to be a club or a bow, or whatever the fuck it's going to tell me. And of course I can't do that because I haven't got enough wood. But yeah, what I'm doing this time around is, I might actually waste half of this on there so I can get through making that other thing. Yeah, so I'll swap over. Instead of chopping down trees, I'm going to knock these bastards down because now they're one hit. So every time I see one and I've got a crusty old stone axe, I'm going to be knocking down those trees. So it's swapped from punching the bushes to smacking trees with your construction tool. Now, the reason I'd use this construction tool to cut grass and bust those little trees and all that sort of thing, because it does actually raise your construction tool ability by using it. And that was another thing. You'll notice as I'm chopping this down, I'm actually rotating around the rock, just so I can see whether anything's coming long distance. You know, it's just one of those things. If you see them before they see you, you've got 10 times more chance of surviving. And you can see how the long distance terrain affects it. Nothing loads in the long distance terrain like the trees and the buildings. Occasionally you might be able to see a zombie or something on the ground before you can see the rest of the items like the grass and the trees load up and the rocks. But it just depends on what your PlayStation is up to. Okay, now, I don't repair these, I scrap them. It's sort of a 50-50. You can either use some more rocks to repair it, so you get a level 1, you know, stone X, but I'd say it's actually better to just build a new one, because you're going to get a higher level one every time. You know, I could fill up my entire rack with these, but that's not what I'm going to do. Because all I wanted to do is break 2 rocks, you know, break a couple of rocks completely and use the first 2 of my stone axes on these rocks. I'll try my best not to die, but I haven't even decided on which direction I'm going to head. So I might as well make that club too while I'm at it. That way I don't have to wait for the bugger again. This is going to be the stinkest club ever. A level 1. So I'm going to wind up. I'm going to put it in my inventory, but I'm likely never going to use it. I'll wind up scrapping it. It's pretty much just for this quest at the start. This one, scrap that. Let's put that one there and that one there. And it's a just in case, because it's my only weapon at this point. So the next thing, a wood, stone. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the rocks. I'm going to set my stuff up in here in a particular way, just because I found it easier if you know where everything is and you can see everything clearly, and also if things are closer to one another, because we don't have access to all the shortcuts and stuff like that that the PC does. I find it just helps a little bit. If things are closer together, it's shorter distance to move it. Secondarily, because I don't have a forge, I normally, you know, okay, I would normally hold on to this iron ore, but because I don't have a forge, I'm going to scrap it this time, because one of the best defensive weapons at the beginning of this game, and you wait for it, I will tell you what the biggest one is as soon as I make it. So let's do that. That's going to be 20 seconds. So let's queue up some arrows. Now in this case, I'm going to do all but one, because I want to be able to carry feathers wherever I go at all times. Basically, feathers mean life in the start of the game. You know, the more arrows you have, the more times you can miss. It kind of makes sense, don't it? Don't it? So yeah, make some of these. And I'm making my arrows before I make my bow, because that will level up my weapon skill, my weapon crafting skill. And the higher that weapon crafting skill is, the more damage the bow is going to do when I make a bow. So if I made a level bow 1 and then made 100 arrows that don't actually have any damage, the damage is all within the bow itself, then what's going to happen is I'm going to wind up with a level 80, maybe, nah, probably like 40. How many arrows did I make? 70, 79, no, 69. 69, cool. Yeah, I like 69. Anyway, I'm still cracking some rocks, just keeping an eye on the corners. See around the screen, when you're crouching down, it'll sort of gain an oval of dark matter, and when you stand up, it disappears. Okay, it's the same effect when a zombie sees you. So now it's level 3, blah blah blah. Okay, I'm gonna have a look over here. I don't want to travel towards water. I do want water, to know where water is, so I will go near it so that I can unlock it on my map. But aside from that, yeah, I'm not really looking to build or live near water. And actually I better queue up that wooden bow right now, because very soon they're going to show up and I don't want to be caught with my pants down. Cool, and this is 180 of that. So because I don't have a thing, what I'm going to do is, I should have made that first. Anyway, I'll wait a bit, hold off on that, and tell you about this amazing thing that will just save your life almost every time if you're quick enough. Okay, barbed wire fences. Okay, this is anti-dog, anti-bear, anti-feral, and pretty much anti all types of zombies. But I just use them on ferals, bears, and dogs because they're the fast fuckers. And the occasional pig cop, you know, once I've shot him a few too many times and not quite killed him. So I'll just make 8. 8 seem to be a good, oh geez, I can only make 5, can I? How much are they worth each? Oh, it's all the wood. Cool, so I've got to chop down some more trees. Yeah. 5 will do. I can always get more wood. I'm in a wooded area. Ooh, yucca plants. Okay, my main sources of food in the green zone are going to be deer and pigs. Okay, so they're the best sources of healthy food that grant you wellness. And wellness is a big thing. That's how, you know, right now my wellness is at nominal, you know, 100, 100. The maximum you can get is 250. And 250 with a perk, and the lowest you can get without that perk, the health nut perk, is 70. Okay, so if you know, the only way you can, there's 2 ways to lower your health in this game. One is by getting hit multiple times by zombies, or getting infected, so on and so forth. The second way is to die. You lose 10 points for dying, and you get a 5-point deduction on your points in the game. Let's just scrap that. Back to there. Scrap that. And here we go again. Another 2 of those, and now I'm going to make a shovel because I'm looking forward to making me a forge. It's not going to happen right now, but if I get set up to make one, it's going to be sweet. I'm also raising my toolsmithing, which is a good one, and a few other things. Right, cool. This is going to swap for that, shall we? No, I might just swap that over there. Sweet. Now that I'm sort of organised, chop down this big ass tree. See if I can see a road. Can you see a road? I can see a road over there on that mountain. So I'm going to head that way. Once I've found a road, I can look for a building to hustle into and maybe set up for the night. I'll at least put down a chest and get rid of the junk. Start some sort of resource base, so that I can build the stuff I need to build, and while I'm out there exploring and collecting food. Okay, notch your arrow with circle button. Always remember to do that. It's nothing worse than going to shoot somebody and you're not armed. Come on, choppy choppy! So, in the desert, oh look, these are those sticks. These are the sticks you want to hit to get wood on that very first thing in the morning. Sure, they give you a little less. These are wood too. But yeah, they're the best source when you've just got a fist. Is those sticks and those little green bushes. I'm chopping down a few of these because I want some yucca fruit, okay? It's also going to give me a whole lot of, oops, I didn't need to do that. It's also going to give me a whole lot of plant fibers, which aren't really that necessary anymore. It's just don't run out of them. Make sure you got some at all times. You know, I try to keep in my inventory like plant fibers, wood, small stones, and iron. Just because they're the 4 main building blocks of most of the useful stuff in this game. Ooh, see, there's the crickets. There's that ambient volume. Oh, fuck. Okay. Where the hell? If you heard that, that was a bear. Is that him there? Or is that a rock? There he is. Okay. So bears, don't fuck with a bear on the first day, but if you are going to fuck with them, use barbed wire fences. At least it'll be a good chance to test it out again. So what I'm going to do is sneak up on this bear. Like so. Put these down. And I'm going to actually stack them up quite well this time. Because I noticed the last time he crawled through the bastards. Now, you're going to get a bonus for sneak attacks. So the first one I'm going to do crouching. I really should have gotten a bone shiv already. Oi. Yeah, he's a little out of range, isn't he? Okay, I'm just going to get in range and then run behind there. Uh-oh. When he gets out, I'm dead. So he's got to die. You got to die, bud. Sorry, but you got to die. Because when he gets out, I'm fucked. Now I'm just going to do the sneaky way about it. Is once he's... Holy crap. Once he's down, now I've got to chop him up. Which is going to suck because I would have got more out of him had I used the bone knife. But the fact is, I didn't have a bone knife, I didn't have a bone, I didn't kill anything. First thing I killed was a frickin' bear. But it at least shows you that you can use stuff like barbed wire fences to do this in the very start of the game, as long as you see the bear before he sees you. Not a bad way to get started. At least I'll have a little bit of what you call... Oh geez, I didn't want sand. I got a little bit of the animal hide and I got some bones, so sweet. Now I want to go recipes, left click, make a bone shiv. I'm actually going to make 2 of them because I don't want to carry around bones this early. I just want the weapons. And I only want the best one, but I will wind up dropping the other one or using it if I don't make a new one at a time. Okay, let's scrap that. Cool. Let's put this down. Ta-da! See how that goes. Cool. Well, that's killing a bear on day 1. Okay, now I don't really want to hang out in the desert because there's actually more meat and resources in this area than there will be in the desert. Obviously there's also the propensity for bears in this biome as well, but seeing as we do have enough to make some barbed wire fences, we should be alright. So like I said, that one cost me 5, 6 or whatever. Usually I wouldn't put that many down, but I just didn't want to die on the first day, and they were like, oh, this guy tried to do a tutorial and he died on the first day. He couldn't even survive day one. But yeah, I could have just walked away from the beer as well. That would have done the same thing. I just wouldn't have scored a little bit of meat and stuff. Which of course, as you can tell from the smelly nose down there, is that I'm smelly right now and they can smell me. So I should be able to see some zombies pretty soon. You know, it's 11 o'clock. And sort of the next rise I come over is likely going to be one. It's just the case. Just, you get used to it. I'm just taking it slow. I don't rush into the game. I see a lot of people run around and they just run everywhere, go and explore. Like, yeah, fine, you do that. That's fine, that's how you want to play. I like looking around. I like going, hey look, there's a dumbass that didn't see me before I saw him. But he's probably going to. But at least I got my first hit. So, when he gets over here, we'll just pop him a few in the head and take his shit. Now, because arrows are affected by gravity in this game, you'll need to aim a little high. So if I want to shoot him in the head, I want to put the bottom of my bottom cross here right on the top of his head. Like so. It'll, you know, the arrow will curve. Like so. Now, seeing as I've already got bones, I usually take my bones from that dude, wait for him to pop, and then, you know, he'll pop and turn into gore, eviscerated remains, and then you can use his body to get some bones, which you can make your first knife. You know, you could be lucky, you could find a knife here or there, do whatever, but in this case, I always aim for a bone knife. Most people run around and find all this cool stuff. You know, that's just how they do it. I'll find cool stuff eventually, but I just in no rush. I'm like, I need some wood. You know I need wood because that's what I need. Speaking about wood, I'll need to make some wood frames, so I might as well do that while this is all happening. Here we go, first page, bottom. Oh, didn't need to do that. I need to do this. And I'm going to do that. So now I need to make 3 wood frames. I need to place them down, and I need to upgrade them. Now, construction tools will wear down faster when you're destroying things than they will when you are upgrading things. So. Now I could make some charred meat. Here we go. You have proved to be capable with much potential. We have marked your map with the nearest White River outpost location. There you will find a trader where you can buy and sell goods and trade stories with one of our friendly citizens. Except you can't trade stories because they don't say shit. They tell you to fuck off after you bought stuff. They're fucking assholes. Except for one guy who's really nice. So sweet. Continue. We've done that. I might just mark this on my map. Not that I need to. Just have a look at how the map's going at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to keep walking along this edge. This border between the desert and this biome. You'll notice here on the ground there's gravel. That tells me and anybody else that there is actually some sort of mining resource below here. If you follow that vein and only dig where the gravel is, you'll hit something like, oh Jesus, somebody following me? You'll hit something like iron or coal or nitrate, or, you know, and these are everywhere throughout the game, so keep an eye out. Let's swap this baby for that. Scrap them. Scrap it. Yep, cool. And make some more arrows. remember to leave one. That way you also always know where they are. Now I can't wait to hit some more, another little limestone patch. Oh look, there we go, limestone. I called it limestone. Oh, that's all I've been thinking about all morning is limestone. I don't know why. I must want to do some carving. But I actually don't have any Ormuru stone at the moment that I can carve. Wow, yeah, I got little bits, but they just, it's stone. It looks better when it's giant. So, I'm going to do here is, oh, crawl up. He's found me. Sweet. Headshots will give you more experience points than body shots, arm shots, limbs blown off, that sort of stuff. But I know there's a guy that was just so forthright and trying to tell me that you got to blow off their legs, you got to blow off their arms, and you get all those. I'm like, well, yeah, you can do that, but you're getting as much experience as just firing your bow. Okay, you get experience for just firing your bow. That's the experience he was getting from blowing their arms off and shooting them in the... Oh, shit. Yeah, and shooting them in the legs and stuff. So, I don't fuck around. I aim for the head and double tap, just like in Zombieland. You know, obviously we can tell they're dead, but, you know, so that final one, I really don't. But when I play this as an RP, as a LARP, I'm going to be doing that. I am going to be double tapping these guys. And I've been looking forward to doing this as a LARP because I think it would be pretty funny actually. It would be a good laugh. Anyway, because I just play it like I was maybe me somehow transported to America. You know, I'd really have to be drunk to wind up in America because it's, you know, just not the place to be for me. I haven't had that whole, oh, I want to go to LA, see all the celebrities. So I don't want to see the celebrities. Like, most of the celebrities I want to see fucking got murdered. So, yeah, because they were too, Hollywood's full of pedophiles, and they killed them. I'm going to tell everybody that you guys are all fucking Satan worshipping fucking pedos. Oh, you kill him too then. No, it's just that sort of shit. So I don't really want to go to Hollywood to meet all the stars. I don't want to fucking even look at the cark face fucking Kardashians. Don't want to hear about the royal wedding. Don't want to fucking listen to Yanni or Laurel like some fuckwit that just took their brain out in the morning, took a shit, grabbed that shit, fucking shoved it in their ears, and then walked off to work. You know, that's just not for me. It's just not my thing. But I understand there's a lot of people out there that just absolutely adore being lied to and, you know, being entertained by things that are supposedly real, but in fact just big, you know, bunches of bullshit. Anyway, I've got me some clay. I'm probably going to make a little more. Yeah, I'm going to make another shovel and do a little more. Shit. Whoops. Oops. Oh, fucker. Oh well, now I've got 2 shovels. Great. I'm going to scrap the fuck out of that. How am I doing over here? I need rocks again, so as soon as I've done this, I'm going to break a couple more of these rocks. This is why it's slow going for me at the start, you know. That's why it could be actually better to run around like a fucking rampant weirdo and just pick up all the shit that you can. It's really helpful if you've got a road though, because the best stuff comes out of cars. You know, like the mining helmet, pickaxes, shovels, all in cars, augers, chainsaws, all in cars, fucking engines, batteries, all in cars. It's like if they took cars out of this game, everybody be fucked. Everybody. Anyway. Come on, clay. I used to go for about 400, 500, something like that. It just depends, you know. If I wanted to level up my mining, I could hit that rock with this shovel. But I'd say, Well, we can check it, but I'd say that the stone axe actually does a little more damage. And at the start of the game, if you use mining tools, you know, if you level up in your mining tools, you're heading for getting concrete first. If you go around upgrading stuff with your stone axe or whatever, you're heading to get steel first. So I think steel is actually a better idea to run with first. So what we're going to do is aim to use that that stone axe to upgrade the first house that we find. To do that, we're going to need a lot of wood. No, and I don't mean like, oh, I've got a 800, oh, I'm going to have so much fun with my... 800 ain't shit. You want a stack of 6,000 or something like that just to do one house. Why not? If you upgrade that whole house, you should have, you know, you'll be close, maybe level 10 or 11 in construction tools. Oh look, that's why it's taking so long, because look at my stamina down the bottom there. Right, so when my stamina's refilling, I'll usually go around and pick up some cotton or some rocks. Because, you know, as long as I don't run, then it's not using any more of my stamina. But yeah, I will have to find another one of those. Oh, looks, there's some coal. Another limey area. It's just coal's not that important at the very beginning, and I'm also getting some from breaking the rocks. You probably notice it sort of alternates between coal, lead and nitrate at the end of breaking a piece of rock off one of these. Projecto X. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like I have... I don't know whether time is gonna... whether it's going to be nighttime at 10 o'clock and then wake up at 6, or whether it's going to be nighttime at 8 and wake up at 4. I'd say it's nighttime at 8 and wake up at 4. Yeah. Oh yes. Would like to play. Oh, I'll have to say. I'll have to say sorry, not right now. And there we go. So let's scrap that. Back here, stone axe. See, when I'm still stuck in like a recipe from something else I made, all I need to do is go L1 R1 and it will switch back to the page I was previously on. So that's great. I just need to text as usual. Which of course takes a million years because I can't find the one where it's just... Oh yeah, there we go. Here it is. There we go. Alright. I suppose I don't need to drop that snow barrier, it's just that I need a chemistry station to do anything with those right now, so I haven't even got a workbench for frank's sake. Oh, I've been here. Holy shit. Civilization. Ooh, zombie. Okay, let's take that guy for a little spin on the old head crusher. What else is out here? Wherever there's zombies, I'm bound to see a deer or something, because if I'm chasing a deer, they'll run to a bloody zombie. See, as you can see, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon in this game, and I need to find somewhere at least to stay before 8 o'clock, because I'm going to need to do a little. Here we go. Ah, yes, planning. Oh man, could I stop missing this guy? Oh, no, I can't. Whoa! That looked like it was right through him. Oh, come on. Oi, 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 oi. See, like I said, arrows are life in this game. It's like there's lag or something, you know? Even though I'm the host, I'm not online much. You know, I'm just broadcasting and shit. Ah, rotten flesh. Okay, so rotten flesh is useful, just early game, not so useful. You know, that's just the way of things. What else did I need? Stones. Yeah, it's always going to be stones. I need to find a road and some tools and stuff like that. I need to find some civilization. And I need to get me that armor that I was so impressed about talking about earlier. So, it's cotton. It's cotton. Cotton and cotton. Yes, pick up cotton, leave everything else because you suck. Alright. So, here we go. Oops. Ta-da! I'm an athletic genius. So what I'm going to do with this cotton afterwards is turn it into cloth fragments, and I can use the cloth fragments to make clothes. That might surprise a few of you. Most of you probably understand that clothes come from a shop and they just arrive there by magic. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that is not exactly the way it happens. There is very little magic involved and actually a fair amount of work, which is usually done by very, very poor people in third world countries or robots. So yeah, a lot of people spend a lot of time on getting that slavery system together to make those people do all that work, and a lot of other people spend all that time making those robots so that they could put other people out of work. Not that that was what it was for, obviously, because one day we're going to wind up with robots fucking doing everything, and we're going to have to get paid just for doing nothing. Because how, well, geez, what would be the point of money if robots are doing all the menial tasks and humans are doing all the creative entertainment jobs? Because, you know, robots aren't that entertaining unless they're sort of learning how to jump or flip or do something new. They're kind of cute in a really stupid sort of way, not in the man, that kitten's cute sort of way. That's not how you look at robots. It's like, man, he's cute until he goes all Skynet and starts tearing people's hearts out with his servo claws. So once I've got about 80 of those cottons, I'll start making some gear. How many I've got? Oh, I've got about 80. Isn't that coincidental? Or was he counting them? You won't know, will you? Because I won't tell you. Thank you. Right, so I'm going to make some cloth fragments. All 40 of them. At least I got one more left so I can pick up a little more cotton, because I'm going to need it. Just for, you know, creating things like maybe making a bed or doing, well, it's actually, I only keep the cotton because I know I need it for a mini bike seat. You know, there it is. Okay, I said it. Keeping cotton for my mini bike, which only just came about like day 64 the last time I fucking played. Yeah, thanks, game. Thank you so much. Yeah, nobody trying to kill me. Great. Anybody around that looks like they might want to kill me? Nah, looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. Oh, a house. Great, that's what I wanted. So I'm going to go commandeer that house if it's any good. I don't think I've seen one like that before. Let's go check it out. Okay. I've seen pretty much every house. I'm probably just looking at it from an angle that I am not used to. I'm going to head up there and give it a crack. Oh yes. Making cloth fragments out of cotton will increase your tailoring skill. Ooh, Now you see my bow is getting low on its, you know, it's slightly damaged now. This is about the time that I queue up a new bow. Because obviously I can't do one right away, but I will want to do one right away. So what is, I'll do that, now. This is like my backup food after that runs out. And I'm hoping to get some water off zombies, because that's usually where I find all my water and food is on zombies. So if you're thinking you're going to make the game easier by turning zombies off, it's 50-50 for me, because sure, you're not getting killed by zombies or attacked by zombies all the time, but you've got less food. You've got to travel further to hunt food. It's like the game mechanics are just not set up for no zombies at all. You know, if anything, just put them on really low, make them slow, and make them completely non-aggressive as possible. And either that or learn how to kill the fucking zombies. Come on, guys. Oh, there's two houses over here. Right, well, this one, I'm looking at it going, oh yeah, it could be a great wood night base, yay. But I won't know until I do this. Okay, I get down on my knees and I pray. No, I don't pray. I hit the bottom one. 200. It's a shit house. Okay, that's not the sort of house we want. We want 1,200 to 3,000 for our first fortnight. You know, even that just to survive the first frickin' night sometimes. This place over here is the better one. Okay. That doesn't mean I ain't going to loot the shit out of it, though. You know, don't get me wrong. I don't leave a man behind, so to speak. I am going to go in there and strip this place bare. And then take nude photos of it. Great, but for that, I'll need lighting, you know, and a camera, a few other things. I'll shut the door so then, you know, they kind of don't follow me in here. But I will also chop these up because I want them. I get some leather off of those, which I can use to condense my animal hide. I'll chop this because there's a little coal and wood in here. And why the fuck not? What else is worth grabbing in here with the current equipment I have? I know plastic isn't that essential at the start of the game. If you hit that, you'll get plastic. If you hit that, you'll get iron. And if you wrench that, you'll get iron and wire. But I don't have a wrench, so I'm not even going to bother. And I don't need plastic because I'm not going to make anything out of plastic at this stage. It's not till later in the game that I actually bother with that stuff. Because I'd rather fill up this part with useful things that are useful at the start of the game than stuff that's more in-game. So a lot of stuff in here is actually going to be dropped. Well, not all of it. Maybe just, yeah, a few things. So now I can look at making some clothes. I'm gonna make me some. Most importantly, chest armor. Oh, she's, hang on. Let's go back again. So that's 8. 4. That's 12. 20. 24. 28. 32. Okay, so I need 32, I'll have 8 left over, but that's great because I wanted a little extra for repairing clothes that I find. But yeah, I'm going to go through and make the lesser things first. So the bandana, and oopsie daisy. Oh, cool. Oh, thanks. I did not see that. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I thought my own head was a zombie. That's dumb. Okay, cool. Let's go. Sorry, I'm just mucking about here. So, what did I start on? I started on bandana and some boots. And then the gloves. Then the head armor, because basically I'm going to find a A mining helmet. I'm positive. Like, I'm feeling positive. I'm not absolutely positive I'm going to find one, but I'm feeling positive that I can find one. So I put them on, I wear them, and then I scrap the buddy. You know, wear those, scrap them. I'll wear that, and I'll scrap that hood. And I'll grab that leg armor and wear the shit out of that and this. Great. Bandana on. Cool, we're good to go. Now, despite how disgusting it may seem, I'm going to search the toilet. Because murky water, that's why. Murky water can be cooked in a campfire using a cooking pot to make bottled water, even though it's not in a bottle, it's in a jar. You know, get it right, man. It's jarred water. Come on, reach. Fuck yeah. At least I got the steel pipes. Now I can make bellows the next time I've got enough leather. Ooh. Like, roll the dice. Knowing my luck, roll the dice. Cans. Oh, water. Yay. Fucking awesome. See how reverse psychology works? Okay, now I'm also going to check. There's a few secret spots around in these houses. And I'll show you how to find them, if I can. Oh, this stuff's cloth. We want cloth. Cloth is actually really freaking useful, just like in real life. Oh, here we go. See that one? See how right where my arrow, my crosshair is, there's a little gap between the metal and the wood. Okay, and I can sort of see through that gap. You just try that next time you're on your level. It's probably not going to be that great resolution for you, so you probably didn't catch that, but that's what I look for. And I'll break the thing next to it because I've got a stone axe, for fuck's sake. I'm not going to sit here for 5 hours fucking hitting that damn thing. So there we go, and under here is a little purse. Ooh, you know, it's better than a kick up the ass, but that's no pistol, is it? And some people are looking for pistols and all this and that. I'm usually fine not having a pistol for quite a while. Because I don't mind using the bow. It doesn't, you know, you can basically find bullets, ammunition for a bow everywhere. I'm not going to bust these up with my stone axe because I can get more out of them if I had a wrench. Man, is that it for this place? A couple more pieces of this and then I'm out. Have a look to see if anybody out here is bloody. Yeah, I'd say that's the whole building now. But at least I get to show you a couple of little things, little tricks. When you're starting out. And it's 4 o'clock, so that building over there is going to be my... Oh, fuck! Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. My daddy thought me good. Oh my god, oh my god, oh. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. My daddy thought me good. Let's kill a bear. Rick Sanchez in the house. Alright, I'm going to use my new bow. Once they're below halfway in damage, you know, it's time to scrap them or repair them, okay? Oh, don't move your head. Don't climb over it. For fuck's sake, don't climb over it. Oh crap, is he gonna make it or am I gonna die? where's your head? How many times do I have to hit you in the face with a stone arrow? And he down. Okay. So, all I can say about the wasted 2 are better safe than sorry, motherfucker. Don't see you killing a bear on your first day, eh? I'm just going around the fucking bear hunter. Fucking bear grills, man. Gotta go grill this bastard up after this. It'll be fucking yummy. Yeah, first gotta find a cooking pot though. That's gonna be a bitch of a mission. Finding a cooking pot. But hey, I can say that I'm actually quite pleased with that. The stink thing is, I'm going to have to make a whole lot more stone axes and crank out some stone. Alright, so now I'm going to make recipes. I'm going to make 5 of these. I'm going to dump the rest because I can't upgrade them. Not right now, anyway. Yes, I knew. Oh, I think I want to do that one. Go, now I can turn... Oh, I want to make a poncho as well. What I'm going to do is get 9 of these. Go, recipes, I want to make some leather. I want the whole lot. And then I'm just going to pick up the 3 that I didn't want and craft. Put them back down. Cool. Now I've got more resources here. Now I should be able to, when that hits 20, make a forge and... make some bellows and a forge. Get your words right, get dyslexia. Catching mother boop. Oh, great. Okay, shotgun long barrel. Ain't fucking worth it. Scrap it. Turn it into steel. Steel. Turn it into iron. It's not... If it's under 100, it's going to be a shitty fucking gun anyway. So your bow and arrow is probably going to be still more effective. Don't even know why they put them in there, but I suppose they've got to have some gimmick, don't they? Cool. I need more of these, and I need to make more arrows. Again, yes I do, and I'm running low on... Yeah, I sure am. Okay. So I've got to crack some rocks. It's 5 o'clock. There's zombies all over my 2B house. So, first I better make sure I've got some more barbed wire fences. I don't want to run into dogs and stuff and be like, hey, what the fuck, I've only got 2 fucking barbed wire fences. Oh, that's right, I used them on bear. So sweet. Some people will use your land claim block, you know, as a... to get that first bunch of iron. Now finally. I've got skills, right? So, best one at the start, sexual Tyrannosaurus, the survivor, or the camel, okay? Take your pick. They're all about even Stevens. You know, I'm starving, so, and I've got more water, so I'm going to pick the survivor, because as you can see, it slows your metabolism. Your metabolism is the ability and speed at which you digest food. Okay, so I don't need to eat as often. Here we go. So I'm going to pick that one. And I'll get a health boost from using, you know, eating foods that increase your wellness. Okay, here. Oi! Is there another frickin'... Oh no. It's a motherfucker. Ding, 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 boom, 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 boom. Bellows! Okay, I need some bellows. So I'll take that and I'll do that. Cool, that'll be a little while. It'll also give me a little boost, a little injection into my toolsmithing ability. Because a bellow is a tool you use to increase the amount of oxygen in a forge. Yeah, it's like going on a fire. If it's a candle, it'll blow it out. If it's a fire, it'll make it hotter. But it will require that same amount of oxygen to burn at that same temperature. Otherwise, it will eventually go out. Cool. I should have been like rotating around here, but I kind of know that there's going to be zombies over at that house there. There's one on the hill. On the see, now I can make a forge. I've got one. I've got the clay. You know, I've got the stone. I've got the bellows, and I've got one short pipe. So, bam, we're in. And this is going to go into that house over there, which is highly likely does not have. Yeah, it does not have a forge in it. Sweet, let's go kill some zombies. Oh, hell no! There's a freaking bear up there too. Well, random seed is pretty much full of bears. Alright? If you want bears, go to random seed. For fuck's sakes. Okay, I need a prep. Preparation is key to survival. Especially those doomsday preparations. Oh shit, yeah. Especially those ones. But sweet, at least that means more meat, more leather. It's just a bastard that, you know, just when I thought I was out of the zone with the bears, I'm back in it. And it's going to make this a little tricky. Hey lady! Oh yeah, she's seen me. Oh, I should have done that with my arrow. But I'm going to just put a few of these here, just so I can hide from that bear. Because honestly, I don't want to use all my stone on arrows. But if I have to, I will. Oh, fucking. I hate sham sandwiches, you know. Just one of those fucking things. Chances are good I'll be able to hit this bear. Oh, shit. And he won't want to follow me. Okay, so I was wrong about that. But hey, let's make some arrows. Let's make half of those arrows. Because look, he's stuck there. And he don't know what to do. Which means I might have put those down for no frickin' reason. Damn it. Okay, I don't really want to waste arrows. Okay, fuckface. Who's making crawly noises? Okay, I'm sensed. You can see how much higher I'm aiming here, right? Like, I've got it on his butt. It's halfway up the wall, and I'm hitting him in the head. Okay, now he's found me wherever the fuck he is. Damn, this is like really hard to see today. I don't know. Maybe it's I've woken up and put the wrong eyes in my head or something. I don't know. Distance affects damage on this thing. Because, oh my god, you were taking a ton of arrows. Oh! Oh yeah, who's next? You are. Oi. Oh, come on. Yep, nothing behind me. Yeah, I think it's the image blur thing that I changed before. Because, like, I haven't noticed how difficult... Oh, jeez. How difficult it is to... Damn, he's loud. Fine. Oh, these guys are like invincible. And give me 2 pieces of crap I don't even need. Oh, nurse. We better get her. Oh, and I better make another bow because I just wasted a whole bloody bow trying to do that. Let's go. Let's take you and scrap you. Let's move you over here. Let's put you over here and scrap. And let's load you up. Ta-da! Where'd you go? Oh, she's found me. Where's this woman? Evil woman. Oh, evil woman. Evil woman. Ding, 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 ding. Take it. Take it all, nursey. Alright. Now back to the important job that I had here. Oh, what happened to that bitch on the roof? Yo, bitch. Yo, home. Doesn't look like it. Okay. It's bear chopping time. It's mighty morphing time. There we go. Ah, increases blood flow to this. Oh, it's all done. It's all done. You may relax now. Kill y'all. $100 bill, y'all. Alright, cool. This is my entrance point. Now, give me that. Stone axe. Bang, 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 bang. Go, let me in. I wanna get in your house, steal all your stuff, take all the stuff out your drawers and wear it. Yep, there we go. Cool. Now, despite this being a locked door, and I know it's kind of silly, I'm busting it down and I'm replacing it with a new fucking door, because that's how I roll, motherfucker. Because, you know, there's nothing worse than going to escape a building and then finding that you're fucking trapped inside because you didn't make a fucking door and you didn't break down the fucking door. And There's a zombie out the window. You came in and he's sort of blocking that direction. Yeah. Anyway. This is how we do it. La da 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 da. This is how we do it. No, no, no. This is how we do it. Da, 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 da. This is how we do it. Friday night, and I feel alright. Party's here on the west side, so I'm in on my shorty, and I. Oh yeah, that's enough of fucking. Ooh, potato. I'll be back for you. Okay, now I'm gonna make a chest, because you know, I basically know that this house is good enough to survive one night. Okay, but you know, there's no reason why I can't stay longer. It's sort of just a one-day house sort of arrangement. Seeing as it's 7 o'clock at night, and I'll have something to do. I'll be able to break open that safe down the bottom and get me like a level 100 hunting rifle fucking stock. Yes, I'm starving. Okay, I hear you, stomach. Let's eat that. So one, I'm going to put resources in like this and not that. And like this and like not all of that. Oh, yeah. And should I put that? Yeah, I'll hang on to that. Get rid of that. Get rid of these. Chuck that can in there. You get more out of them if you smelt them down. And the nitrate and the coal and these. I didn't pick up any glue, so sweet. Gonna be collecting some more animal hide. Ta-da, ta-da. The bones. Put some bones in there. And the lead. You know, I am going back to do that shit, so it's not really like it's even worth it. I'll take this with me. I am going to put down the food, the meat and the eggs, just because it makes you a little less conspicuous while you're out there. But I'm not going to put them in this particular place. I'm going to put them in the other one. So leather, that can stay here. It doesn't happen as often out in the wild as this does, so I'm going to hang on to that and roll me I'll need that. And I'm going to put down my bedroll while I'm here. Yeah, I need bottled murky water and water. And jars, water and water. Jars, there we go. Whoa! Cool. Let's put half of the water away so we can collect a little more water. Let's put all the meat away and all the eggs so far, because I'm going to be making bacon and eggs as soon as I find that cooking pot. So I'm not going to be bothering looting this place right now. I'm going back out and I'll come back in through the door, because this is the only time I've got to break some more stones, cut some more trees, collect some of the stuff that I actually need to collect. So let's do that now, and I'll show you here. Look, this is a 1200, isn't it? Oops. Yeah, because I got clay on me, eh? There we go. Yeah, oh, it's 500. It's still pretty shit, but I could upgrade that pretty easily to 1200. I've got clay on me. And like I said, I'm going to be spending the night upgrading this place, so I need to get a lot of clay, a lot of stone, and a lot of wood. So let's get down to business. Get your bedroll down, motherfucker. Get some tools in your inventory. Drink some water, because you're thirsty. Drop your frickin' yucca fruit down, man. You don't need your yucca fruit in this biome. You're never going to pick up any more. That'll do if I get to the water source, which I could, but there's no real point if I don't have a cooking pot. But yeah, I need to get that. I need that in case I find things. I'll put that there and get it started. Because why not? I can at least make forge stuff. Alright, and I'm going to get more of this. So, sweet. Now we've got our forge in. I'm going to put all my clay in there and get that going. And not that much, but 300, however many minutes. I've probably, 30 minutes is more than enough, because I've probably only got 30 minutes before dark anyway. So let's hit that, and I should be back before dark. Sweet. Anything else that I don't need to take with me? Oh no, there's not gem. Okay. Let's get the fuck out of here then. Let's go digging. Chopping and digging. Actually, let's do these ones up first. Wait. Oh, they all want cobblestone. Alright, yeah, they'll want cobblestone and then they'll want then they'll want clay. He wants cobblestone because I chopped this shit down. Okay, can you see the clay? It's terrible. Do a tutorial. This out of everybody. But then, there's a YouTube personality out there for everybody. If I'm not for you, then fuck you. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I've got like 2 subscribers, and that's massive. It's double what I had after I subscribed to my own page. So, but really, no. If anybody searches this up, they'll find one of these after they look at the other 100 done by these guys that their whole life is just games. I don't know why I picked that up. And they're sitting pretty in these rich little houses, and mummy and daddy just pay for everything, and they don't have to work. And yeah, it's all, that's why people love them, because, oh, I wish I had your life. Yeah, you wish you did, but then all you do is eat food, lay on a bed all day, watch fucking TV, play games. You wouldn't actually make a YouTube TV show. You wouldn't actually go out of the house, and you wind up on you wouldn't make a TV show, but eventually somebody would come to your house and do a TV show on you, because you haven't left the house in 16 years, and you have slowly made your way. Your body has actually turned into the shape of the bed. So, yeah, there's a big difference. Ooh, it's raining! Like in real life's, like, out of it. Out of it, man. What? That's weird. Oh man, the grind. The grind is, this is the game, If you're playing this for real, this is the game. This is what you'll spend 90% of your time doing. Unless you're like me and just hate how disorganized the chests are when you hit the sort button, because nothing is in the right fucking order and it all doesn't make sense. Can't find shit. So I have to reorganize my fucking chests so that they look and function properly. It's like, how hard is it to organize something efficiently so you can sort shit efficiently? Holy fuck, guys. Right, here we go. Okay, I need to break some rocks. I've got an hour left. Okay, so what's 120 divided by 60? It's 2. How does that help me? Yeah, it should be 120 divided by 23. 120 divided into 24 pieces. It's a hard one, isn't it? Who has the answer out there? Because I don't really feel like looking that up. I'm doing it in my head. Oh, what's a quick way to divide in your head? Oh, yeah, 24. 120. So it goes into 104 times, remainder 4. 5, 6 times. No. Oh, it goes into 125 times, doesn't it? 24 times 5 was 120. Sure it does. So, so 5 minutes is an hour. Okay, so I've got 5 more minutes to do all this. Oh, and I've got to regain some stamina. Wow. It's a rock bush. On a rock bush. He's in a rock bush. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Grab that shit, you know that shit. I know that shit, you want that shit. Would make her rock and roll. Oh shit, no. Is it? 24 times 4. Yeah, 25 times 4 is 100. Okay, so 24 times 4 must be 100 minus 4. Oh, that's dirt, son of a bitch. Right, I don't want dirt. Yeah, it's like there's that little bit of light at the other side of the room there is just reflecting off my head. Oh dear. He's a hungry man and he don't know why. He's stuck on the hill eating dragon's fire. Yeah. I'm not that much of a gamer, but seeing as I did this, I broke my freaking ankle. I can't do much except sit here and play games. So, you know, I used to stream occasionally, do this and that just for fun. You know, so then I can talk to YouTube and just basically fuck around. And anything cool that did happen, I'd have a record of it, even though it's always recording anyway. It's just not recording on my shit. Recording on YouTube's shit. Which, imagine how much data they're collecting every day. It's be fucking tons. No wonder they had to monetize and... Well, they probably didn't have to monetize everything, but they thought, hey, let's take all the best shows from regular YouTube and then restrict them so that nobody can see them on regular YouTube. Let's just fucking do that, because we're awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool. When you're ripping off peons, everything is awesome. Cool. So, little bit early to be making gunpowder, because there's other things you can use coal for at the start. So my suggestion is put it away. When you need it, turn it into gunpowder. So for now I'm going to put that away. I'm going to keep my wood. I'm going to chuck that in there and all that shit. You can all get away in there. I don't really care about you. I'm going to take some clay and some wood, and then I'm going to proceed to do this place up. I'm going to put my thing down, might make a campfire and scorch me some fucking food, but not before I've gone through and checked this place, because honestly there could be things in here, you know. So yeah, you'll notice came inside just a little bit before dark. You know, this is I'm just showing this because if you really want to learn how to survive, that's the first way to go. You know, you notice I haven't had anything pop up. I haven't been too cold or anything. You know, you notice that because I did the thing you're supposed to do at the start, is make some clothes. And they say make plant fiber clothes because it's part of the, you know, it's the cheapest shit you can make. So why not go one step further and make that cloth stuff? It's not that much of a mission. You're already, you know, if you're in the zone like we are now, you're already getting enough items to, you know, to make that happen. So, you know, it's just, you're constantly wanting to do two birds with one stone. Oh yeah, I got coffee and a coffee pot. I gotta make some. Boo boo boo. Cool, you can get in there. Just gonna put one in here because I'll leave one there like sort of by accident sort of idea. Let's make some bottled, well, yeah, let's get that going first. We'll get the bottled water going. Chuck some wood in here. Actually, we probably won't want to chuck some wood in here. Should be using coal. But oops. Let's go eggs and bacon. 12 times 2 is, oh shit, is it 2 eggs? Yeah. Okay, so that's 6. Let's make 6 of bacon and egg. There we go, and I can make coffee, but I don't really need coffee, it's a diuretic. In other words, it not only makes you piss, but it dehydrates you while it's making you want to go for a piss. And we're just gonna eat. Gonna sit down to dinner at 10 o'clock at night. Eating my meat and eggs for dinner instead of for breakfast. Ba 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 bum. Ba ba bum 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 bum. Ah, my bloody string broke on my guitar. I'm down to like I've got to go get down to the get down. I've got to go get down to the music shop and pick me up a new set of strings before I go crazy. I needs it. I want it. Take it down, 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 lick it down, down, check it down, 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 take it down, down, lick down, down. Boo 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 boo. So first thing, I'm going to make an anvil. Okay, this will help with a whole lot of things later. It's just the sad truth. But if you haven't picked one up, make one using your first 200, and then the rest of your iron is going to go straight into forged iron so that you can make a pickaxe. You know, I'm just be able to get one pickaxe out of this, but that should be enough to get me started on. Should be enough to get me started break in some rocks a bit faster. Now I want to be here when that one goes off, so in 1 minute I've got to be back. So I'll go over here. I missed out on the little level up I would have gotten from that. Take it. Take the stuff. Take the stuff. Lagged for a second there. Take that stuff. I check everywhere. Great. Okay, so it doesn't really matter if you're in there the whole time while something's making, as long as you're there when it's finished. Yeah, when it's finished. As long as you're there when it's finished, then you'll be fine. Okay, you'll get the experience points and they'll track to whatever tool or weapon you're making. It's not that fucking difficult. These potatoes, I would eat them, but nah, because I can make seeds and I can till some land and I can fertilize some land and turn them into lots more potatoes. Lots more. Hey man, what you do? I like lots of potatoes. Cool, so this is going to give me miscellaneous level up, see? In here it says base price 12. You know, if we look up here, base price, that's how much you can sell it for. Repair amount, how much repairs on any sort of item that's made out of forged iron or is repaired by forged iron. Then at the bottom, miscellaneous crafting. So as you would have noticed, that just slotted up from 7 to 8 because I was crafting and I was here to see it craft at the end. So I could basically just stay here and level up my miscellaneous crafting, which will lead to level ups, you know, while I'm doing this. Which I would recommend anytime you do something like toolsmithing, weaponsmithing in an item like a workbench or a forge or a chemistry station, or you know, what else is there? Yeah, there's, I think that's about it, isn't it? My Mike Just Week Blanket came up with a really cool song. I can't really do justice with mouth sounds. So, my shoulders bloody sore. Even though it was my, I know why shoulders would be sore. It's crutches, walking around on crutches. It's been bloody 4 weeks. Usually haven't even been able to get out of bed, so it'll be nice to get back out into the world. And I went back out to start my car the other day. Apparently it's blown some fucking shit out of it. It's fucked. So I won't be doing that, folks. Okay, fires attract 3 zombies. I'm not prepared to deal with a horde summoned by a screamer zombie like right now. Just because I don't have enough arrows, for one. This place isn't secure enough against a horde of anything over 7 zombies all attacking one side of the house. And it's night time and I don't have a headlight, so it's going to be even... Yeah, so basically that's off for the rest of the night. I'm going to be upgrading this place to raise my construction tools level. Which ain't gonna be that hard. Animal He Day. Cool. And put my iron away so that I don't accidentally use it while I'm upgrading, because I just want to upgrade everything to wood. No, this is pretty basic stuff. But then it's basic to me because I've, you know, had a certain amount of training in how to survive in the wild. You know, I can do it. I prefer not to because it's a fucking mission. But at least I know in general what's most important, you know. clothing, food, shelter. If you've got those, who the fuck cares about the rest? This game though is like clothing, food, shelter, defense. You need to be able to defend yourself. And even if this was a post-apocalyptic era, sort of like Fallout, I'd be doing the same damn thing. It's still about clothing, food, shelter. Ooh. Nah. Ripped off. Now, I could probably take a little bit to make a wood window. Now this will just sort of double up all the stuff I'm making here. Let's just make 20 of those, shall we? Can we do 20 without, majorly impacting our shit? Okay, cool. Because why not, Right. Replace some windows here and there. It's like, this is my new fucking house. I don't want to be living in a fucking shack with shitty ass fucking windows. Can't even see out. You get up in the morning, it's like, holy crap. There's boards and smashed windows everywhere and it's fucking listing fucking window and bloody hell. The settlement. So I've got a journey to a settlement tomorrow, but there is a trick to this one too, people. The trick to that one is when you, don't journey specifically to them. Don't get too close. Even now, there'll be one on my map. So if I go into my map here, holding square and then down and to the right, there should be one within, the closest one should already be marked, which appears to be way the fuck away. Like, well, nah, it's not that bad. So what I do, like a sneaky mofo, is I save a waypoint. I put the market marker on there, and then I walk away. Yeah. Oh, good lord. Right, leak. So downstairs I'm gonna find some clothes and a bit more junk that I'm probably just going to leave in this house. But the reason I always set up this first house is because if you go out searching tomorrow and you don't find anywhere better, you've got somewhere to come back to. But if you go out searching tomorrow and you do find somewhere better, you've still got stuff back here that you can come back and pick up another day whenever you feel like. That's not entirely important stuff, it's, oh fuck. Like, I could have done that better, couldn't I? Do you notice anything wrong with that window? No, I probably don't if I can fire through it. Wow, that's pretty cool. Right. So I could, well no, I can't stand up here now and fire out the window. But, yep, that happened. But at least I can make glass out of just plain wood, you know. And boy, do they make a nice sound when they smash. Well worth it. You know, I could make a few more of these. I could actually, couldn't I? Can I put it there, or is it going to fall? I'd probably say it's going to fall from there. Yeah, let's go around here, shall we? You know, I've got all the makings for more torches, but why make it if I can get away with just one at this point? Alright, at this rate, by 6 o'clock in the morning, we should have a few bits and pieces. Well, not bits and pieces. We should have upgraded our construction tools a little bit, and so on and so forth. A bit of our miscellaneous. Those are the ones I just put in there. Whoops. Scrap-a-doodle-doo. The grind of the time. I normally wouldn't knock these out. I'm just mucking around now, aren't I? Because about this time in real life, you'd be like, hell man, I'm going to bed. It's been a hard fucking day. I've just woken up naked. The fucking can of chili stuck up my ass because I didn't have any fucking pockets, did I? So, yeah, I just want to go to bed. And yet, in this game, they won't let you sleep. Because they obviously couldn't work out a way to get the sleep happening. You know, if some zombies come in and start breaking down your door in the middle of the night, you know, do you wake up or what? Or do you not wake up, or does it just say in the morning, you died during the night? I suppose it'd be pretty difficult for them. They don't seem like the type that are very good at problem solving either, because for every one problem they solve, they appear to create 3 more problems of bigger significance. But then, you know, it mustn't be easy to make a video game, otherwise everybody would be doing it. Ooh. But yeah, I tell you what, I feel like a coffee myself. Like a real coffee. Cool, number 11. I know people love a whole lot of glitches and exploits in this game, you know, like putting down chairs will often make zombies not want to come through a doorway and stuff like that. I don't do many of that stuff. I just do, like, if you had to play the game the right way, that's what the fuck I do. Okay? I just act as if I have to play it the right way. Even though it's so much easier doing it the wrong way. Like, people duping and stuff. It's It's funny they call it duping because it does rhyme a lot with stupid. But people like doing it because they find the game too difficult. It must be, you know, they're like, oh, it's too hard for me to go around and gather. I don't have the time to go around and gather resources, so I'll just exploit the game so that I can get the resources and still act like I'm getting a trophy for it, like I'm fucking cool. Well, yeah, to me you're not, but then I'm just me. What do you care? You're a duper. You're probably fucking sticking corn up your ass right now, so you know, if there's just things about you I will never understand. Oh, don't hate on the dupers just because they can do something that you can't do. Well, anybody can do it. It's actually not that hard. It's just as time consuming as resource gathering. And if you do your prep work by like making proper tools and that sort of thing, then the resource gathering actually goes a lot quicker. Like, it's just ridiculous how much faster this game goes when you know what to do, when you know the order in which you should do it, and in order to survive. You know, it just becomes very simple. I can say for a fact, it's not a simple game. Not like Simple Jack around here. Just, it ain't that hard. You know, it's, at the end of the day, it's not that difficult. But yeah, some of it can be time consuming. Some of it can be annoying. Like having to pick this fucking torch back up and then put it back into my belt. And, you know, that sort of shit does wind me up a little bit. Itchy ear. Oops. Oops. I'll stop smashing out those windows. Oh, did I check in that rubbish? Yeah. Search a wooden desk. Well, that's a lucky shot. So, great. Brown shorts. These ones will cool you down. Notice at the bottom here, insulation, -10 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so that's telling you that that's going to cool you down when you wear it. Okay, if it says plus, it's going to warm you up. I know, it's just like maths. Plus, you add stuff together. Minus, you take stuff away. So use your brain, people. It's all there for you. All of the information is right there for you to read in front of your eyes. Take the information, take it home, study it, learn it, and then come back tomorrow. Okay? Okay, good. Good. You enjoyed that. Correct. Sure, I've got a gun now. So what I'm going to do is put that there. I could have brought that with me to upgrade shit, but I'm not going to be doing that. Yeah, see, the insulation on this is +2, so it's going to raise my temperature. But in order to select properly, I should really look at what I'm wearing. So here we go. When I'm not on that page over there, on this part of the box, you'll notice when I'm in this box, it's the overall. It's telling me my concussive damage resistance is 17%, my puncture damage resistance is 17%, my fire damage is 18, my radiation resistance is 11, my temperature, my current temperature with all items worn is +4, and my current wet weather resistance is 0. Okay, so all of those can be altered by clothing, which is why they put them on this page, because this is where you can look at what clothes you're wearing. So seeing as +4 is pretty good, and it feels like 70 degrees and it's stable, I'm going to leave the shorts. I'm going to repair them, and then I'm going to put them in a box and just not worry about them. Because, yeah, they're shorts. I'll need them in the desert though, so if I ever want to go to the desert, I want to take the shorts. Because you know, you wouldn't go into the desert with a puffer jacket and fucking big pair of black jeans on. Well, you would, because like, yeah, my daughter, 13-year-old, decides she didn't want to come out with us. Oh shit. She didn't want to come out where we were going, but we made her. So we head out, and boiling hot, scorcher of a fucking day. And this girl decides she's gonna wear all black jeans, black fucking black t-shirt, black singlet, black puffer jacket, black hat, and fucking no socks. So she's got these fucking skinny jeans with really white fucking ankles, like this much ankle, and little low tops on. The fashion choices of the generation today are so hideous, and that makes me feel old, you know. That makes me feel old when I'm like looking at fashion going, that is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Why is that kid wearing a giant fucking nappy? Why is his nappy full? Why? Why would people want to wear fucking nappy pants? For fuck's sakes. You look like a dork in normal pants. Why wear some pants that make you look even fucking worse? But yeah, you know, this is, like I said, this is the world we live in. Ooh, overalls, they're a good one, +3. So I'm gonna wear those fuckers. Go, wear that. Scrap that. So if it gets cold, I'll wear my sweatshirt because it's a +5. If I get wet, I need one of those other ones. You know, did I get everything? Yeah. I got everything from the house except that I gun safe. So behind here it's gun safe. And I could spend the rest of the night hitting on this door with this fucking thing, only to find that there's a 2,500 points worth of damage. And let's just work that out, folks. 2,500 points, that's 250 times I gotta hit it. 1,001, 1,002, and I hit it 4 times every second. It's more like 2 times every second. So 250 divided by 2 seconds. Oh, that's 125. Or 125 times 2 seconds. Yeah, that's right. 250. It's 250 seconds. It's the same as the... Fuck, that's fucked up, man. Because, yeah, it's gonna take fucking ages. And there's another thing. When you do finally manage to pop that cherry, you'll get inside and then you'll recognize that none of the shit is worth anything because you have no fucking scavenging ability, which means you're gonna pick up crap. Stink crap. Like, you might as well go loot some trash to get some practice at scavenging first, you know. That's all I can say, man. Blues. Scrap that. Come on, scrap that out on the floor. Give me some more. So I'm keeping it turds because later in the game they're fucking useful. Yeah, they make a type of fertilizer that you can cook at the at the chemistry station, and you know, it's the second type of fertilizer in the game. The other one's made from rotten flesh, nitrate and dirt. So you got human shit, nitrate and water, murky water, or, oh shit, is that right? Don't quote me on that one. Definitely shit and fucking nitrate. Whether it's fucking dirt or what, I don't know what the third ingredient is off the top of my head, because I haven't made that one in like 3 months, because I've been too busy trying to get through all the thousands of fucking rotten flesh I have. Now, I have a lot more rotten flesh than I do have human turds. But that's not a statement I would actually say in my real life. But yeah. Holy shit, 68? Really? That anvil kicks some ass. What I could do is fucking just make an anvil and then chuck it in the forge, melt it down, fucking make an anvil, do like a cycle. Holy shit. Yeah, I could sneak out there and try and do a little bit of a little bit of mining or something. I'm just not that keen. Okay, and my family's home, so I'm gonna knock that here, knock that on the head right about now. And then the next time I pick this up, I will be going through day 2 of surviving in 7 days. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.